beautiful people and fellow whiners, and welcome to another episode of A Little Something, the number two, because there's two of us. Wine About with your hostesses, with the toastesses, Siobhan Camille.
And Amy Show.
Where sips get real as we wine while we wine. It is third Wednesday, so it's whining with the guys. And we have one guy, but he gonna represent for the fellas, no pressure. We brought back we got Mr. Shaton Clark on the podcast to the couch. So grab a glass of your favorite red, white, and rosé. We're gonna talk about men and cheating and being faithful. Faithful. Sorry. Anyway, so welcome to the couch. Grab a glass of your favorite red, white, rosé, Chardonnay, Pinot d'Agua, whatever it is that tickles your fancy, and join us on the couch.
Hey, y'all. Hey. I hope y'all are having a productive week. As always, it is hump day Wednesday. Yeah. So we just gonna go right into it because I'm gonna be honest, my mental is this, the fuse is like this. It's not there, it's here. So y'all know what's next. Our popping grapes experience. For those who are new to the show, that means like guys pop cherries, we pop grapes. And all that means is that we try a new wine, a wine we've never had before on this here podcast, while we homegrown wine, have conversations, debates, and everything else in between amongst ourselves and our special guests, our friends of the podcast. So, Shivel, what is your popping grapes experience going to be today?
Before I introduce my wine, I want to let our guest introduce himself.
Yeah.
Let us know who you are.
I don't think he's considered a guest anymore.
Right. I'm a permanent fiction in this thing. You feel me? Nah. What's going on, everybody?
Not a guest. You
Three
just
times, right. After 3 times, you go in the kitchen and you go get your own drink.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't get the axe to be served anymore.
No, you gotta go in that kitchen and get you a cup.
Exactly. Nah, but like they said, I'm Shaton Clark. Thanks for having me on again. As always, I'm not gonna go through the whole spiel like I usually do about my Instagram and social media and all that. But I'm here. I'm ready. Hopefully I can represent. Listen, please, fellas, I got y'all back. Ladies, I'm gonna keep it a thou wow as much as possible. You know what I mean? But
Bars.
Don't encourage that foolishness.
But yeah, so I'm gonna keep it as real as I can, you know what I'm saying, and tell my truth from my point of view and how I feel, like Martin said. So
that's all we can ask for. What you drinking on? Because for those who don't know, this is our one non-alcohol drinking guest. So we have to ask him what he's drinking on.
Yes. Well, I ordered some stuff. I don't want to say their names until I can get it. So next time, hopefully, I'll be able to come.
You coming.
And then I will have it ready. But today I have good old San Pellegrino from the islands of
not the
island. San
Pellegrino.
Yeah, from Italy. And it's mineral water, sparkling. I like the fizz that it gives you, and they were built in 1899, and it's
built.
Yeah.
They built water in 1899.
Yeah, this company decided to make their water distillery in 1899, and they do their thing. You feel me?
Right. Okay.
So yeah.
All right, and Siobhan.
So we all know we're in March, so it's Women's History Month. So we popping grapes by women-owned brands. I was pleasantly surprised to find out this brand is women-owned. I have a Barefoot. I remember last year, 2 years ago, I did not want a Barefoot, and I walked past them, and what made me stop was the price, y'all. That was on one of our wine and colors, which was this thing, but we were doing it. Now we were usually just audio.
And the original OGs, y'all know.
We were
Yeah.
audio only, but it was a beauty suite. Y'all can click the link. I had to hunt that down, but y'all can click it. And that was the only barefoot that we've had because the boyfriend asked me, well, haven't y'all had a barefoot? And I was like, no. We've only had one. And given they're easy to find in everywhere, you would think we've had more than one, but no. So I brought their sweet red blend because in 2016 it won gold at the Lone Star International Wine Competition. So I said, okay. And I usually don't like red, but I'm always up to try sweet red. So yeah. And it is owned by a woman who took it from four wine types four wines that they offered to 30 plus. So props to women making stuff happen in the wine industry.
Multiplying, which is what we do. We have wombs. That's why we are women and not birthing people, but digression. Anyway.
Man,
Oh goodness, we're not gonna get into that. Anyway, so I have a Chardonnay made by a young lady by the name of Carmen. That is also the name of the wine. Never heard of it before. I asked the associate for some help, and this was an option. And I said I love Chardonnay, so hey, let's come on home with me and let's try it. So that's all I got. Nothing else. So while I pull it up, flush it out, pull it out. Okay. The topic of cheating. Now, please understand that by no means are we gonna hold Shaton responsible for every man out there. He is one person. He lived his own life. He got him own experiences and all of that. So he gonna speak to his point of view. And if you don't agree, you got to argue. Just comment below. We're gonna talk back. We'll talk about it. You want us to talk to you? We will talk to you about it. Okay? We can agree to disagree, to debate, and you can hate if you want to, but we don't care. So bars. I had to add one to you, Shaton.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. You feel me?
Yeah. So it is what it is. We've all had experiences of being cheated on. I don't know if that's a good thing to relate to all together, but it's out there now. So let's talk about it. Shaton, why black men don't cheat?
That's right, because black men don't cheat, so it don't even matter. I don't even know why we're talking about this today. You feel me? I don't even listen. We're a little Duval. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. You know what I mean? But I mean, people, you know what I'm saying? Like other people, they do. Other men, they may cheat, but it's black men. We don't do that.
Okay, so the age-old question. First, I would like to know, and I know this is going to be real personal view. What do you consider cheating?
Ooh. What do I consider cheating? Man.
Be careful too, because I've known you a long time, sir. I know a lot of your dating history, sir. We can go back. So what? I want to hear this. I've known you.
I consider cheating having sexual intercourse with another person. That's what I consider cheating. If my genitalia goes into another woman's orifices, then therefore I have cheated.
Okay.
Okay.
So kissing is not cheating.
Huh?
So kissing you don't consider cheating.
That definitely crosses the line. Yeah, if I guess it is cheating if you kiss somebody on the mouth. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I guess that would definitely be like, yo, what you doing kissing this person, right? So I wouldn't be okay with that at all. Yeah.
You saw his eyes.
There was a
I'm
lot of
just thinking about it. I'm
contemplation
just like,
happening.
like that's yeah. I'm not gonna say. I don't want to say like, no, that's not cheating. I don't want to say yes, that is cheating. But I guess if I had to pick one, I would say yes, that's cheating because you're being. No, I'm not gonna say that at all. Ooh, yes, I'm gonna say kissing. I'm gonna put in there on the scale of cheating.
Oral sex.
I guess
Well, he said putting his thing in an orifice. He said an orifice.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I got it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go on. I mean, like, he might say, like, man, it don't even mean nothing. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You let Shorty go down there and do her thing.
So what do you think for those who think that oral sex doesn't mean anything? Why would it be so important for someone to do it if it doesn't mean anything?
What you mean?
Why would it only be considered cheating anyway if it means something? I hear a lot of dudes who cheat say, well, it didn't mean anything.
Right. That's always the kickback because, like, for us, we're not for a lot of men, they are able to, or they get detached, or they're not attached to that person. So for them, they're like, yo, it didn't even mean anything. You know what I'm saying? So like, it don't count type of thing.
So why do it?
Them. Because the flesh is weak.
Honesty. No, but I'm saying, like, on that same, like, with that same concept, like, people are like, oh yeah, she just gave me oral sex, or he just performed oral sex on me. It didn't mean nothing. So when you're in a relationship, if your partner chooses not to perform oral sex on you, and that's something that you like,
right. But
your definition of it is,
I see where you're going with that, right? I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, the reason why it didn't mean anything is not because the sexual encounter didn't mean anything, right? It just means that it didn't mean anything with her because I have no connection with this person.
So you're saying the person didn't mean anything?
Yeah.
Not the act.
Right. So it's like, it didn't even mean nothing. Like, I just got head. It wasn't like I was in there getting head and I was in there. Then I went in and I took care of things and I was in there cuddling with her and I was in there chilling with her. Like, no, I just, you know what I'm saying? She just.
But you've already said that you still consider that cheating, so that's violation.
I mean, yeah, but for me, you know what I'm saying? I would understand that would be violation. You know what I'm saying? Because like, gotta hold some standard. There has to be a standard. So
we talked about that the last week too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's gotta be a standard. And I feel like the standard is definitely a conversation that should be had at some point in time with whoever you're going to be with. But if we're just talking, now don't get me wrong, like I can be with somebody and like that, something like that could have happened or it might have happened. And I might just be like, all right, bro, like I'm gonna feel some type of way. And then I'm gonna have a conversation and I'm gonna have to decide whatever, but the decision is ultimately yours and up to you, blah, 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 blah. But then again, you know, some people may feel like, you know, like, bro, I done did way worse. So I can move on. We can get past this. You know?
Okay. So do you think that is like, and I'm sorry, Shalon, I know you got questions. Go ahead. Do you think that's like a sign of like guilt or is that forget the conversation we had off camera, or is that like, okay, I got it because it was coming to me, or is it more of a guilt thing, like
guilt or karma?
What's that thought process like? Is that oh well, I had this coming, like a guilt thing, like that part?
I think it's a little bit of both. For me, I always felt like it was like I had it coming. That's just how I felt. I felt like when certain things happen in the relationship that I was in, I would be like, bro, I can't even be that mad, dog. like I said, I done did worse. I done did things. I done did stuff in my past. So I can't, I would be super hypocritical if I'm like, like, oh wow, why would you do this? Da 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 da, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Now that could be at that point in time, that could be me not being healed, maybe. You know what I'm saying? And whatever. You know what I'm saying? So me just being able to brush it off. Or if I'm with that person and it happens to me, I can't, and I was doing something else as well, then I definitely can't be hypocritical and be like, oh, you ain't ish because da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you were because whatever you did, and I'm just like, to me, like, I'm definitely a type of person like, bro, what's good for the goose gotta be good for the gander. You know what I'm saying? So like, you can't. I could never. I've been in relationships and found things out, and for me, if I stepped out, I could never be like, oh wow, yo, you dirty, why would you do that, da 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 da. Nah, I'm like, women have intuition, and she felt like I wasn't there providing what I needed to provide because I was out here sliding. So if she slid on me, then I gotta.
I was just in the playground having a ball. Sweet. You know, like, wee, No, I mean, I can commend you for having that thought process because what we see a lot, here a lot of times is a lot of men like, oh nah, as soon as my girl cheat on me, I'm out.
Right.
But wait, what about you cheating on her and she didn't leave? So the girl then gets looked at, oh, you stupid because you stayed. Oh, once to do so with that, do you think once a cheater, always a cheater?
Do I think that? No, I definitely think that. I think that anybody can change. I mean, there's so much information out there that says, you know what I'm saying, the numbers and, about women and men and having multiple partners and blah, 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 and all the other kind of stuff and cheating and divorce rates and all that. But I definitely think that, I don't think that once a cheater, always a cheater. No.
Cool.
No,
cool. I mean, no, I agree. I agree because that does give the implication that you can't grow. Like, right. Oh, I'm always, granted, we are creatures of habits, but habits,
for sure.
Habits can be broken. Like,
right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I had a habit of biting my nails. Right. I took necessary steps not to do that. Right. You can do the same thing in reference to cheating. Right. Take necessary steps not to do that. Take yourself away from environments and people,
But it also might be what made you cheat, though. Like I'm saying this as someone who, to my knowledge, I've never been cheated on, but I have cheated.
Ooh, okay, Siobhan, out here. We got a party going on.
Oh, it's the shoulder.
Hey, I think part of it becomes it's the reason, and I don't think people who cheat are really heard when they say their reasons. And I'm not saying all the reasons are great. I'm not saying that they're good. I'm not saying that they're justified. What I'm saying is, it's one thing, just like alcoholism or drug addiction, right? It's one thing if you go look for alcohol because you just want to have it. You just like, I gotta have it. I gotta drink all the time. It's something else if you're like, I only pick up a bottle if I lose my job or if something serious happens. If you're one of those people that's just like, I'm cheating because I need attention, versus someone who's like, I only cheated as get back, because there are those, or somebody who's like, I cheated because I should have never, the person I cheated with an ex because the person I should have never left that relationship. I hadn't grown from that relationship. I hadn't released myself from that relationship fully before I got into the next one. And so cheating happened. There are a bunch of different reasons, and I feel like that it is important. Why? Because that will also help whether or not you do or don't going forward.
But and it also helps to decide, like, when you realistically think about it, if for the person who's been cheated on, if It should be if they stay or if they leave. And I say that as somebody who I don't think I have cheated on anybody. Like, I've not been a cheating person, but I know. Well, I know that 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 I know confirmation times twice that I know show the work that I have been cheated on. And there were a few, it do make you question yourself sometimes, like, nigga, what am I not doing?
Mhm.
What the heck is going with me? Like, hold up. And self-evaluation in that situation is definitely critical in reference to your relationship. Like, are you lacking? And if you are, recognizing and saying, okay, but then choosing if you are going to work on that with the relationship that you're in or within the next one. Is still a choice. So, I mean, there have been times where I've chosen to stay. And growth happened in a few different ways and some unexpected ways. So I can understand staying, even though those of us who stay tend to get a bad rep as well. So, Shaton, have you ever gotten that bad rep for staying? I mean, I understand your thought process, but you have friends, loved ones, close ones that you may talk to about it.
I definitely, I have gotten a bad rap, more or less like, bro, you mad stupid. Why you even talking to this person still? Oh, this person doesn't care about you, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? They don't got your back, whatever, whatever. I done got all that. And like I said, for me, it's hypocritical. Honestly, that's really how I feel, because like me and this person, we both know what I've done. I've been, I ain't been caught, but I've been caught. Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I haven't been caught in the act. Let's put it like that. You know what I'm saying? But things have happened where
somebody found your receipts.
Yes.
They ain't find they ain't find the shopping bags, but they found a receipt.
Right. They found they found a ripped open receipt. Let's say that. And and they were upset, and I thought I was gonna lose the person and stuff, but we ended up staying together, whatever. And I'm pretty sure people said that they were dumb and all that kind of stuff. So to me, all of those things definitely play a role in everything. So like I said, I could never be. So while we're still together, and if we had times where we were up or down or in a limbo stage, I could never be mad about anything that has happened or anything that had transpired, and personally, like, don't be disrespectful. Like,
how do you make the decision then to, because for you, I've known you a long time.
Yeah.
You out here playboying it up for a long time.
Yeah.
Long, eon long, really long. I mean, yeah, like, and we rolling, that long, like 10 minutes clapping at the beginning. Papa was a Rolling Stone, 20-minute cut.
Yeah.
Time. And I know a lot about what you've been doing, what you were doing, but I also know that there was one young lady that you admitted to me that you didn't cheat on.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
I don't know if she did on you or not, and let's say that she did, and you was like, karma, fair.
Right.
Fair.
Right.
But you didn't. So
right.
then, and I know you, so I know there was opportunities.
Yeah,
I know there was temptations. I know that there all of that. So, and to the point of your statement that you can change. So what makes you want to change? What made you want to change in that relationship? Because
So once I got out of my last relationship, before that one, I said that I wanted to do things differently. You know what I'm saying? And I made it, I just did. I think I got to a point, or I got to an age to where I was like, you know what? Like I said, I've been doing this a minute. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't no minute, sir. That's like a year. That's like 2 years.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Hours.
I've been doing this
He
a
said
lot.
he a vet in this. That's what
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I can write a book on these things, okay? So, but for the most part and throughout time, you know what I'm saying? Like I was very upfront with a lot of the things that I was doing. But when I got into that, when I got to that point, I was like, okay, I want to do things totally different. I don't want to do that. And for me, it was I really thought back to a earlier relationship that I had that I messed up. And I was like, yo, that relationship would have been amazing at this point in time. And that was a person that I really felt like I probably should have married and we would be together right now to this day. So I said, how did that relationship start? I said, okay, I started by doing X, Y, and Z and being this. Okay, that's what I want to do this time. But this time, I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to cheat and be out here doing mad stuff. I want to just focus on one person, blah, blah, blah. And that was my thought process. That's how I decided, like, okay, I don't want to do this no more. I'm ready to, if you want to call it growing up, I'm ready to grow up and be a man. You know what I'm saying? But I was at that point in time, I said, okay, I'm ready to do that. And that's what I did. Now there are other people feel there are lots of forms of cheating, and their people ideas of cheating are totally different. My idea of cheating, like we already talked about what my idea of cheating is, and I stand firm on that. And so were there things said that could have been misleading? Were there things that were said that could have been taken out of context? Were there things that I've said that could make somebody feel some kind of way? Yes. You know what I mean? And that's one of those things where you talked about before, where you said, there's the habits, you know what I mean? So we're learning how to fix those habits and break those habits, you know what I mean? That is something that I was still working on or going through or whatever. But the one habit that I broke that I was like, I'm not doing that. Wasn't sticking my thing and nothing. Okay. I said, I ain't doing it. I don't care what you want, care what you got. What I got at home is great and I love it. And I'm Gucci over here. You can say whatever you want to say. It's very interesting what you're saying. And I would like to hear more. But beyond that, for you can't get, like they said in baseball, nah, you ain't get no daddy dick. No, you can't get it.
Oh no. Oh no.
But yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
I can't with you. Wow.
I don't know if I was the right one to bring on this topic or the wrong one, but
Oh goodness. Every time you're on the show, my cheeks hurt from laughing at you. I be like,
right. Rub them out after. Listen.
I think the last one he was on, was it the game?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
I think it was the game for Father's
Yeah,
Day.
yep, it was the game. Yep, it was. I was just looking up for one of my friends on thing. We was talking about yep.
Yeah.
And I ain't getting no answers.
Every time. He always be like, "Ooh, girl, your smile line's about to increase."
So how do you keep yourself to that? Because you and that young lady are no longer together.
Uh-huh.
So how do you not regress back then to be like, yo, that I tried? Because here's what a lot of dudes do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna cheat anymore starting today.
Right.
Then the next one, it doesn't work out, and it's like, gave it a good old college try, and I'm back in the races. Let me get back.
I will cheat then. Well, wait a minute. If at first you don't succeed,
Right. That's right. Cheat and cheat again. Okay. Nah. Nah, for me, I'm at the point now. For me, it's literally just a point in time in your life. Like I'm at a point to where I'm just like, if I want to be, I don't have any children as of right now. So if I do want to have children, I want to have children with one person, and I want to get married, and I want to have kids with brother looking like he might have to get a surrogate. So I don't know yet. But if I can find that person and we can have children together, there is nobody else. She won in essence, right? And I won as well, right? Because I found a person too. And she could have picked plenty and many other eligible bachelors as well. But talking about myself to this person, they won, right? So, and I don't want to jeopardize that or lose that because I decided to, do something dumb or do something that is only gonna feel good for those moments that I'm in it or whatever, and things like that. So I think the way that because that didn't work, I'm just like, all right, well then I'm just gonna chill. And since I'm chilling and I ain't doing nothing and I'm not with nobody, I'm gonna be 1,000% honest. And whatever happens from there happens. You know what I'm saying? But understand that I'm 100% honest with you, and understand that if you want to hang out with me, if you want to try to be with me, if you want to do any of those things, and if I say to you, listen, whether you have sex with me or not, is not going to make me want to be in a relationship with you. You should listen to that and understand that. So don't think that holding it back from me is going to make me be like, you know what? She holding it back from me. I want to be with her. And don't make it think that, oh, she gave it to me, so I want to be with her. So I'm going to keep it 100 and I'm just going to do what I want to do. And then when I'm ready to be with that one person, then I'm ready to be with that one person. And I think that one thing that my dad taught me a long time ago is that, you got to keep it 100, so because they'll respect you more in the long run. You know what I'm saying? And people will respect you more in the long run as long as you be honest and tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's very, it's very hard and vulnerable to tell the truth because you want that person. You know what I'm saying? But when you are upfront and honest, then they have more respect for you and they can make their own decision. And that's what it's about. I feel like in a lot of situations, a lot of the cheating situations and scenarios, a lot of people that I've talked to or that I heard, they're mainly upset because they didn't have the option. You stole the option away from them to make a decision instead of being honest and upfront, right? So, but yeah, so I think to go back to answer your question directly, the way that I keep myself from not doing it again is to not just jump into a relationship just because I'm lonely or I want to be with somebody, knowing that that person might not be the person that I want to be with.
Got it. What he's saying is ain't no jump off. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like sex ain't gonna be the only thing. So
right. I mean, we got
substance.
Yeah, you gotta have something up here.
Substance happens.
Right, because right now, honestly, like for me, I really am I think I got to one point and I just was like, yo, like, if something happens, if a mistake happens, do I want, and this person says, I am keeping this child. Am I okay with the person that happens with? If the answer is no, then boy, oh boy, for me, like, nah, bro, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, that boy, oh boy, came from the heart.
That coming from the
boy,
depths
oh
of
boy,
your soul right there.
from the
For
heart.
real, you gotta keep that thing tucked in. You know what I'm saying? Because things break, things slip off, things do a lot of things, and
Things be thinking.
things be things,
Or they
Things-
don't.
or they don't,
Or they don't.
or they don't, and
or
there you
they
go.
don't. And we just talked about this on the Why Not. Birth control ain't 100%.
That's right. That's right.
And I'm actually like glad to hear a male say like, nah, like if that's, I'm really thinking about that because I'm not saying most men don't. That's
Right.
not a common narrative that you hear
Mhm.
out loud from a male's perspective.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I actually sat back and thought about if a mistake did happen.
Right.
Most people not thinking about that. They're like, oh no, I'm about to get off, get it
Right.
off, get it where I fit it. And then when it happens, it's all the drama, oh, I don't want to be, and the regrets and all of that. So
We're putting on her, I didn't want kids, but you were
Right.
sliding up in here. So
I
you
didn't-
were contradictory, sir. I didn't quite know what you were
I
saying.
couldn't impregnate myself, okay? That part. So, I didn't climb on top. What? It was a movie.
Right.
I didn't climb on top of me and make this baby.
Right. What movie was that? That was a movie.
I can't. We all know it when we see it.
Right.
We hear it. We hear it. And it was funny because when I heard it in the movie, I used to say that all the time. So when I heard it, I was like, she stole my line. But I digress. But yeah, no, I'm just saying that's refreshing and like to hear, because if you're saying it, I'm not saying that no one was saying, but
Right.
saying it out loud is refreshing to hear because now I know, it's reassuring for others that if you have been saying it, you are not the only one saying it.
Right.
And if
don't
you
act
haven't
like
been
it's
saying
not.
it, maybe you should. If
Maybe,
you have not,
maybe let's think about that. Okay.
Right.
And you don't
Right.
have to hear a woman's voice. And I think that's what it is. Most of the time we hear women's voices saying that and not males. So now you have a male that said, so play that voice in your head and not ours.
And always remember at the end of the day, brother, wrap it up, dog. Like, I had this conversation a couple times lately, and brothers is always, oh, nah, bro, I don't do that. I don't, man, fuck that, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like my man, even my boy, like my man, see, he had his first kid with his baby moms, and then they was doing the deed again. And he was like, hold on, let me grab a condom. And Shorty was like, no, for what? We already got a kid. And I'm like, and just like Eddie Murphy said in Eddie Murphy Raw, he was like, okay, we don't need no condom. You know what I'm saying? And bang, bang, boogie. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, bro, why you just didn't tell like, I don't want another one right now. So
Right. Period. Like, two costs more than one.
and this goes to what was said on the Wine Out, y'all. Whose responsibility is birth control? The person who doesn't want the child.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you are a man and you truly don't want this child, I'm gonna tell y'all as a woman, fellas, I get tired of hearing y'all complain. And I get tired of hearing men complain about their baby mamas that they created. She can't be a baby mama without you. Unless she got 12 to 15 grand to go spend at somebody's sperm bank, and that's the amount, trust me, I know. She didn't do that by herself. You were the free version and you made yourself available. But you then cannot get mad at her about child support or about her hitting you up or the kid or any of that. Because if you really did not want children, then that wasn't the chick you should have been dealing with. Number one, because she probably did and whatever. So the same way you like, man, you knew I didn't want kids. She could literally turn around at you and say, well, you knew I did. Y'all shouldn't have been doing the deed together anyway. Mm-hmm. And if you really were like, this is a no, then you needed to take those precautions.
Or like we said before, don't put your seed there.
Right.
Yeah, don't put yourself even in the predicament where that could be a possibility. And the same goes for women, because I know that it's only told from one side, but I have a friend who found out later because her ex told her, oh yeah, I don't really think that you could get pregnant though. And she was like, why would that be? Why would you think that? Oh, because I used to just let off on you. Basically, he was lying, taking condoms off, doing all this other stuff back, and some women can't tell the difference depending on what's all the moisture, wetness stuff going on. So she was like, I had no idea. I think that was God looking out for me. So it happens both sides. If you really don't want that, then I suggest you get on somebody's pill, IUD, whatever you're going to do, figure it out, have this real conversation, make sure you only deal with dudes that are on the same mentality as you. But again, still protect yourself. But that's what this all comes down to on the kid side of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Make sure if you don't want kids, I have not wanted a child with anybody I've liked. There have been a couple that I was like, may not be bad with you. So I may have been a little more lax with them, but the ones that was like, absolutely not, I didn't lay with them. I'm not even gonna take that chance. Nope.
We gotta be smarter than that, y'all. And that's legit, like the gist of it. Now for the cheating part,
Yeah.
we still have to be smarter than that. You know, we have to. It's all like you said, that physical.
Yeah, that flesh.
That thing right there, it be doing it be doing some things. Like, it be doing some things. Okay. And I'm a female and I'm telling you, it be doing some things. So don't make it seem like, I hate that media makes it seem like it's just the male that you know that be feeling things. Nah, we feel them. Mm-hmm. We feel a whole bunch.
Or the media makes it seem like only men hate condoms.
Right.
No, because I'm gonna tell you that when a woman is allergic to a condom, that's a yeast infection. No woman likes a yeast infection. Yes, raise your hand as well. No woman wants that shit. So most of us are not big fans. No, let me be honest with y'all. No woman I've ever talked to has ever been like, I love condoms. No woman has ever said that. Said no woman I know ever.
Me neither.
Every chick I know is like, hate them, can't stand them, but they serve their purpose largely.
Every man I know, only man I know myself love condoms. I'd be like, give me a condom. Condom? Yes, please.
Condom? We talk about the feel. We're not saying they don't serve.
Hey, listen, feel all that. I don't care. Condom? Yep. It feels great.
He said, I don't know what you're talking about. That's French to me. I only speak English.
Oh my God.
All we saying is, okay, on from the cheating aspect, that everybody get the feels. Self-control is a thing, y'all. Self-control and discipline is a thing. And when you listen to Shaton, that was the one thing that he said without saying directly. Like self-control, he decided, he made a decision, and he did necessary steps to prevent or keep from making the mistakes that he knew he didn't want to make anymore. So that's all a part of growing. You know, we are taught from a very young age about habits. Habits are just a way of saying discipline, self-control. So we need to continue to practice those things and be smarter with our decisions, be smarter with who we lay with, be smarter with the red flags, be smarter with the green ones, because sometimes the green ones don't mean go. And I'm sorry. Ain't nobody told you. Sometimes them green ones don't really be green.
Beware of the green flag that'll send you to hell.
Okay. The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
That's right.
The other thing he said that y'all need to take aware of is everything has consequences. Everything. Because he's like, yo, I missed the opportunity, and we had a whole episode, y'all, about regrets, men and their regrets. Mm-hmm. I missed the opportunity with something that we could have been, but I messed it up. That is accountability and responsibility. We hear a little something to whine about. I want to thank you for that, Shaton. Thank you. It is accountability is responsibility, and it's knowing what you did and taking a turn and making a decided conscious effort to change and not continue to be that person. Just because you've done something for a long time, and as they both said, especially as Michelle said, habits, doesn't mean that you can't break it. Mm-hmm. And even if you get naysayers who are going to talk down on you, and most people will do that when you first start to make a change, that's what you're gonna get.
All the time.
As someone who practiced abstinence for a year, I remember a dude asked me, how long has it been? And I was like, a month. That ain't nothing. Because I started a month ago. But then when
we gonna have to whine about that one day, because we both was on that. Y'all, we was on that trail at the same time.
But I've done it recently, like last year. So, but it's still a matter of whenever you decide to make a change, whatever change that's gonna be, you always gonna have the naysayers or people that won't question you. But that
And
doesn't
I'll be
mean
honest, you gonna even question yourself. Like you are going to question yourself. Why am I doing this? This is stupid. This is not natural. Oh, well, I really want. Like you gonna question yourself, and that's
especially that flesh, man, because it feels so good.
touch me on the inside parts. It's gonna be talking. I'm just saying, it is, and we're just saying discipline and self-control is a thing, and you can do it. You know, you can do it the same way you can lose weight, the same way you can stop biting your nails, the same way you can remember to put your bonnet on at night. Like, I know those sound very like minute, but those are habits, you know, little things that we we lax on that are truly beneficial to us in one way or another. So we just said that habits can be broken, people can change, and self-discipline is a thing. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, 1 second.
Wow.
We're going to say
That was whack.
cheers to that. So, Shaton, before we get into our cheers to that wine review, are there any last words that you would like to leave us with on today?
On the topic, so let's say on the topic, right? On the topic, let's say, remember that for cheating, everyone's different, obviously, and I think that I always remember that men can change, but we change. It's something that that I've heard. I think Steve Harvey said it as well. Men change for the person that they want to be with, for the woman they want to be with, right? So I do agree with that, but men also change for themselves. You cannot change me, right? So you can only grow with me, and if you're not in a place to grow with me or to accept me, then you know what I'm saying, I might not be the person for you. So you got to be able to move on. But we all have to be understanding and honest with ourselves and with our partners, whoever that may be, to be able to make those habits or those connections stronger and better, because it will be beautiful and plentiful. You know, my name is Shaton Clark out here. You feel me? I do my thing, and I just be chilling, y'all. So I'll have me look me up on Rated R Music Group, Instagram, Rated R Music on Instagram, Get Fit with Shaton on Instagram, and follow some workouts. I got workout tips, you know what I mean? Hit me in the DMs and I got you.
I want to slide in the deep.
Goes down in the deep.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
We telling our age right now.
Right. Ain't no TikTok dancing over here.
Right. So Siobhan, let us know about your Barefoot.
So the Barefoot Sweet Red Blend says it is smooth and sweet. It is indeed smooth and sweet. It is fruity. Not Stella Rosa fruity. This is still wine fruity, but it is fruity. Now I will say, to me, here's my rating, y'all. As a wine on its own, I would give this a 2.5. Now, the caveat, I think if you threw this in the freezer or put you a slushie, this would be a bad memager.
Gotcha.
Like this would be a solid 4.
That's a summertime
3.75 to a 4 as a slushie. Like I really want this to be cold. Get some ice, whip it up, put it in there. And just because it's fruit heavy and it's cherry and it's plum. So it already has that, popsicle type flavor thing to it on. It's full body. So I think that also is why I'm like, I think this would lend itself to a smoothie, because you wouldn't lose the flavor. Because usually if it's, if it's a lighter body, you're gonna lose it because it's already not heavy on the flavor anyway. This is heavy. This is a full body, smooth, sweet, plum and cherry situation that is okay as a wine, but will be awesome as a wine slush. So
it's a summertime slushy wine.
This is a summertime wine. And you know what? You could probably even get away if you did a sangria with this. Because you already got the fruitiness of it and it's a wine on top of that. This is a good, this I would give it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3 because you got options. You got options.
You got options.
You got options.
You got choices, decisions.
You got choices. And this is the spring I'm hipping y'all right now. Y'all want this for the summer. It's got options.
All right. And it's reasonable. And you can find it.
It's Barefoot, so y'all know it's reasonable.
And you can find it literally. You go to Walmart.
You can find this thing anywhere, y'all.
Target.
And if you are in one of those states,
you can find it in the gas station.
I was gonna say, if you're in one of those states that they sell liquor in the supermarket, gas stations, and everywhere else, your 7-Eleven, your Wawa, and your Sheets, and you can make the trip.
Okay. Period. So my Carmen Chardonnay, I am going to start off with my rating of I want to give it a 4, but I don't think I can, and that's only because it wasn't cold. This has the acidity level is medium. You get a little slight zing, but it don't hit in the back. It kind of hit like right in the middle. It don't hit back here. It's like in the middle of your tongue.
In the cheekbone, is a cheek hit.
Yeah, the cheekbone, middle of your tongue area. It don't hit back in the back of the. It don't give you that. It give you the. Okay.
Something happened.
Yeah, something happened up in this area. Something happened not back here. You know. So, and that's why I feel like if it was colder, I did not at all put this in anything refrigerated at any time, and I should have. Michelle, you know better.
I mean, it's a white.
It is a white. I know better. I didn't, and I should have. And because of that, I have to give it the benefit of the doubt of the 3.75 because instead of the 4, like I want to do the 4, but I can't go below 3.75 because I didn't do it right. Okay. But I enjoyed it. There is no, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think there's anything on the back of this, but the words on this thing is so small. I'm not even gonna say it. Like it's schmeedy. Like it's like the, you know, the words that be at the bottom of the commercials that don't really want you to see back in the day.
Oh, the fine print. You got fine print.
Yeah. It's smaller than that.
Oh.
And y'all know I can't see for real. So I'm not about to sit here and try. So it's gonna be a Michelle wine with nothing on the back. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Like I said, I really do. I want to chew this and then have another glass. This is something I can see me coming home from a hard day of work and pouring a nice glass and being okay with. It's a good Chardonnay. To me, this is a good Chardonnay. This is one of your everyday Chardonnays. I feel like, okay, it's not. Siobhan, you may not like it, but it won't be like the worst.
Okay. So it's on the drier side?
I would say, yeah, because it's not buttery, but it's not, like I said, it's not dry. It's like a medium dry.
So off dry. Okay.
Yeah, that's that. I was looking for the word. Y'all know the terminology. Y'all know that's not my strong point sometimes. Sometimes I be wanting it, sometimes I don't. So yeah. So that's my rating for this wine. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank you for joining us on this here wonderful episode of A Little Something, the Number 2 Wine About. We would like to also thank our family for joining us, Shaton. Thank you for joining us and talking about this topic a little bit in depth. We laughed, we giggled, we shimmied a little bit, and all that jazz.
We the bros, we don't shimmy though. You know what I'm saying?
Get shimmy on.
We the bros, we don't shimmy. You feel me?
Oh, okay.
Y'all shake. They shake.
They shake.
The bros shimmy.
Okay. What we shook and shimmy. We shook and shimmy. We did the Harlem Shuffle. Let's do that.
Yeah, there we go.
This is episode today. Y'all be sure to join us each and every Wednesday for more laughs, more fun, and of course, more wine. Join us every last Saturday of the month at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our live monthly Wine Out Wine tasting. And remember, as always,
There's nothing wrong with a little wine.
or a lot. And I think I'm gonna drink a lot of this. Toodles!
Peace.